No, so like the thing with Loop Hero is that oh my god, is this crazy noisy or is it just me? Doesn't seem that bad, maybe. Today's the last day of the Loop Hero preview build. Let's take that down by a few decibels there. And then VODs, like videos of Loop Hero, can't start coming out until the 25th. So really, like already, I have essentially enough VODs from yesterday's, or from Friday, I should say, from Friday's stream. I have enough VODs to take me to launch, so I really just don't want to overshoot it. Because it's one of those things where, you know, after launch, I don't want to be putting out, like, pre-launch videos, I guess. It's very inside baseball, I guess, but, basically, the game was so good. Well, this is not how you should do this, but the game was so good, we played too much on, Friday, and now I don't need to play more. For a bit, at least. So it was very good. I'm looking forward to the launch of that. Okay, we're on KOs here. Glad to see the chat unity yet again. Not my finest move here, and I mean, that just immediately did a much less fine move. Little L-spin never hurt anybody, though. The L-spin has just become, like... It's just commonplace now. It's not even, like, noteworthy. You can tell it's been a little bit since I played some Tetris. I mean, I know how that sounds when we just got a KO there. It sounds a little bit rude, but... You know, I can tell the neurons, they're just coming back to life right now. Give it some time. We'll come through, I promise. Like, even that was less bad than it looked. L-spin, I sleep. Exactly. L-spin, no. Drake going no. Elsa from Frozen. Drake going, yeah. I don't know what that joke's supposed to mean. That honestly, like, that's an iFunny tier joke. I apologize. I also don't know what it means to be iFunny tier, so I apologize again. That's stolen valor. Oh, you love to see it. Okay. Starting to get it moving. I will never deviate, by the way, from Halloween. It's just good luck. To be playing on the Halloween theme, even if it's, I mean, what month is it? February? Yeah, that seems right. Even if it's February, it's just the way she goes, man. It's a privilege, honestly. 3 KOs, 25% up. 4 KOs, 25% up. I would describe this as an above-average start, given the circumstances. I'm a little surprised, actually, that it appears to be going this well, and then immediately got a little dangerous, but that's okay. That's okay. Until we get sent, like, a real threat, I'm not gonna concern myself with the thoughts of sheep. Okay, I would say this is now approaching real threat status. We're just gonna chill for a minute. Probably not the right way to play that. Definitely not the right way to play that. Put me on randoms briefly, because things are getting a little touchy. I'm dead. That was, like, not even close. That was not even close. Alright, start me again. That was not a one last block. We were way out there. Yeah, you can see every beard hair. You can see the pores. You can see where I got hit in the bridge of my nose with a softball when I was like 11 years old. You can see everything. And the thing is, though, like, I have to keep myself, like, in the frame, because now, like, if I move slightly, if I move slightly, I get out of the frame. It's also, oh my god, it's gonna be so much better for thumbnails. Like, that's honestly probably, like, at least 50% of the reason I got it is because, like, every time I make a thumbnail, like, Sometimes on Twitch, just due to the way that, like, you know, bitrate works, it ends up pulling like a like a disgusting like 480p blurry one. Like anytime you see a thumbnail with laser eyes, you might be like, this guy's just, oh, what a meme lord with the laser eyes. That's really not what it's like at all. The reason that I have the laser eyes is because the original photo is usually like so low res that I feel like the laser eyes kind of like distract from that. Which is, you know, I don't know, maybe fundamentally not the way you want to do graphic design, but what do I know, you know? I'm a STEM lord. I'm not like other gamers. Actually, that's a pretty like other gamers thing, I suppose. Anyway, we're doing fine here. Everything's okay. I don't like a one tile wide. Who does? Well, you know, pretty much every Tetris amateur, I suppose, but I do like that we've cultivated quite a good amount of aggression already. That's always a positive. At least in the game, you know. In real life, it might have you feeling a little apprehensive, but we're not in real life right now. We're in Tetris. Got ourselves easily back down to the bottom, and dare I suggest, a nice little two-wide setup here for the future as well. That's not really the way I wanted to do that. But you can do it like this. Oh, and you can send it like that. That's real bad. Put me on randoms. At least give me a temporary break. Okay, we're iced. Yeah, we're toasted, man. That's a bad one. It's, do you know what it is? I think it's Sunday, man. Sunday, all the uncles and aunts are on right now. Normally they'd be at work at their E-level or C-level executive positions right now, but because it's a weekend, they're chilling here. Yeah, they got home from church already. Zoom church. I don't know how it works. Ryan, the bitrate. If my whole legacy on Twitch is just teaching people how to give good feedback instead of terrible feedback, then I will consider my life to have not been in vain. Imagine everybody you speak to in your life is like a computer, and they don't know what you mean exclusively with context clues, and then speak to them like that instead of just shouting in all caps the bitrate. The bitrate what? I'm assuming, like, you know, for context, I'm assuming the bitrate is not good, but what's not good about it? What's making you think that it's not good, you know? Is it that occasionally the camera goes like 360p? Is the game suffering from bitrate? Have you done a speed test recently to determine if it's on your end? Because we're living out here in, you know, Fiber Town. Is it on Twitch's end? Has Twitch been having problems? Have you opened the video stats pane by using the advanced tab under the screen to see if perhaps you know, it's on your end or it's on Twitch's end? You know, there's all sorts of things you got to consider. There's a lot of variables. Which is why, you know, when you say just the bitrate, you might be surprised. You might think I'm maybe begging the question, but I really don't know what you mean. You gotta hit me with a complicated answer with a lot of moving parts that I stand no reasonable chance to see over the course of a single Tetris 99 game. And if you can do that, then we're in the clear. You know what's so weird about the modern internet? Every website you go to tells you, like, hey, check this out, we got cookies. But it's like they don't give you any recourse to deal with that. Like, every website you visit for the first time hits you with a message that's like, hey, we got cookies. Is that okay? And literally, like, your only option is to be like, that's fine, or, like, leave. If you're like, no, that's not okay, they're like, all right, see you later. In the UK, you can reject them. The UK has some internet legislation that I would consider kind of humorous, but it also has some internet legislation that quite frankly, I think I'm a little jealous of. Like, I'm sure GDPR is actually like a good thing. It was very annoying, though, when GDPR passed, and then you got, you know, living in Canada, you got 17 emails a day from companies that were like, new GDPR legislation changes, and you're like, bro, I bought sunglasses from you in, like, you know, the year 2004. You don't need to send me emails anymore. Although I guess that's kind of what GDPR was about. It was like, you can now... Hey, we'd love to keep you around, and you're like, sorry. According to European law, you can get bent now. How does that sound? Thanks, Europe. Hey, yeah, hey, we'd love to keep farming your data. How's 0% off sound? I'm still, like, I know that I'm the curmudgeon here, but I honestly, I think that I'm on the forefront of something. And what I'm on the forefront of is being upset about companies like Square and Stripe making it so much more annoying to, like, purchase a cup of coffee. I apologize because it's a bit we've done a lot. But I'm, like, so over the fact that anytime you buy a cup of coffee now at a, like, Square or Stripe enabled business, you can't just buy the cup of coffee. They're always like, do you have an account with us? And I'm like, no, you opened like 4 days ago. I do not have... Do I need an account with you? I didn't realize you need an account with every business on planet Earth just to, you know, purchase like a cheese Danish. How about we just, like, look, I understand, you know, it's disruption, right? But how about we just stick to the standard and, you know, I give you way too much money for something I could make at home but am too lazy to do, and then you provide it to me and get me out of the store before I get buyer's remorse. Is that so much to ask? I wish I didn't do that, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. This is where we start to pull it back. That's a big send, and now build. And now build, and we're cultivating even more aggression, which I'm not afraid to admit I actually think is kind of not good right now, but if we build faster, it should be okay. We need a long piece to fill out that area over there. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, we're looking for a nice swath of stuff like that. That's totally okay. This, that, send this one down there. Okay, people, that we're gonna grant their wish soon. We are gonna grant that wish. They're starting to get off of the aggression. Can't really blame them. Things got a little spicy there. Quick little Tetris. This is a T-spin opportunity. No, it's not. My brain cannot make the shapes work fast enough. So we're gonna say no thank you to that. We're gonna say no thank you. See you next time. Exactly the piece we needed, thankfully. Always got to fill a gap here. You're okay. It's not an ideal structure right now, but you're okay. Always, I'm giving myself too many long piece opportunities. We don't want to do that. We want to go back on KOs. Start sending a little. That's not a good combo. That's not a combo at all. I feel like the Tetris community is a little spiced today. It's just, you know, something a little different. What the heck? I didn't even... That's a new one. To place a piece badly is one thing, but then to not even notice that you placed it badly. Like, what the heck was I doing there? Yeah, Tetris community on a weekday. I sleep. Tetris community on a Sunday. Real S. As Shaquille O'Neal says in the meme, real S. Only he didn't say S. That's not what I wanted to do, but I did it, and I can't deny that. No, I don't like it. I like this. Oh, dude, I can just feel like the brain is just slow today. It's gonna take a bit. That's why I thought it would be a good game to start the stream with today. Because if you got a little bit of a slow brain, what better way to get yourself out of it than some Tetris 99, right? Sometimes you just need a little shock to the system to wake you up. Yes, that's fine. We'll survive this for now, at least temporarily. No, that's no good at all. What is this? just an absolutely terrible assortment of pieces there. Oh, badges. That's a big badge. I hate to do that. I hate to do this. Oh my lord. It's got to get over. If it can't get over, we're going to make it go over next time. That's, again, terrible. Truly awful. That was bad. I don't know what the heck happened in there. I don't know if I built badly or if I saw a lot of pieces that didn't just quite fit. Oh, man. Just get it going. Just get the brains going. Anytime you get two squares in a row, you got to think about it, right? You got to figure out where those squares go, especially when you're close to the top. Where my no loop at? Couldn't agree more. Many people are asking where my no loop at. Yo, thank you, Kudu2 for the gifted subs. Thank you. Many people are saying this. That means where is Loop Hero? So Loop Hero, I played too much of it on Friday, and the preview event ends tomorrow. But videos can't start going up on YouTube for a little bit. Can't start going up until YouTube, on YouTube, I should say, until, I think like the 25th of February or something like that. So quite succinctly, I have too much Loop Hero in the backlog right now. If I played more, I would be publishing YouTube videos of Loop Hero that were from, like, essentially the pre-release version of the game. The backlog is a little too large on the Loopy right now, because I played 4 hours of it on Friday, which was great, by the way. Thanks for asking. We can do that. This is a little, like, this is a robust series of attacks early on. Trying not to take offense to that. Have you seen the Australian Open final? So I, after the tennis stream, which was, I think on Wednesday, after that tennis stream, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch some tennis. And then I turned on the Australian Open, and it was mixed doubles, and I said to myself, well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. You never know. If it had been like, because I think like an hour after that was the women's semi-final that was like Serena Williams versus Naomi Osaka. If that had been on, that might have been the start of my next obsession. You know, it might have been like, oh, the tennis arc is beginning. But it just happened to be like the semi-finals of mixed doubles, and I said to myself, you know, I'll just cook some dinner instead. Tennis is cool. I you know, especially at this point in my life, I like a sport where you can honestly like leave for an hour and be totally fine. I think that, you know, a lot of sports, and I understand why, of course, but they want to be like, oh, it's jam-packed. You know, you don't miss a single second. You know, with tennis, you can miss like the first set. It doesn't matter. You're gonna be fine. I mean, you could also skip, like, the opening probably, like, 4 rounds, depending on you know, who you're rooting for. Be totally okay. Oh boy, you would love baseball. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is the baseball year. Probably not. My problem with baseball is, like, I mean, I hate to say it, but it's the same thing Apollo said about hockey. Is like, without a local team, I kind of sleep a little bit. I mean, there's a narrative to get behind the Blue Jays because they're Canada's only team. But I don't really, like, culturally, I consider myself closer to the Pacific Northwest than to, like, Toronto, for example. So you're like, root for the Mariners. Yeah, but then, like, they're stinky. And every year it's like, they're gonna be, oh, this is their year, you're picking a good year. And then I look at it in, like, a couple of months, and they're still stinky. And I'm like, it turns out it wasn't a good year at all. I picked a good year to slow my roll on that, apparently. Oh, hey, that's the good stuff. We killed some serious badge lords. Like, we fought off some serious danger there. While bantering, which is always nice. And then okay, right there, that's fine. Let me put me back on attackers briefly. That's a T-spin right there. Oh yeah, that's a heck of a T-spin right there. Put something like this down. We got nothing else for you. Put me on KOs. Give me a little drop there. Okay, we've attracted the attention of somebody who wishes us to no longer be alive. It's our goal to not grant their wish. And you almost got me. You almost got me, you son of a gun. Radio silence! Come on, man! Let me drop the piece! The amount of attention we were garnering there was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. So many people going after me. I love when you finish a Tetris 99 match and then all the messages pour in. Everybody wants to be seen, but they cannibalize each other's messages. It's just a flood of, like, tech support, backseating, cool joke, are you gonna play this? What's going on? Where's the NLSS? Is Josh okay? And it's just like, it's just like a tidal wave, and the whole thing, it just sweeps everything away, so unfortunately I can't answer any of that. What the heck was that piece, man? Hold on. Should do a Tetris piece power ranking. That's good content for this week. The real answer to, like, the Tetris piece power ranking is that all Tetris pieces are, like, important in their own way. And in some situations, you know, you're gonna want different things. The real answer, though, is that some pieces, in particular, the Z and S piece, can honestly, like, eat it. Those are the ones. It's not like the squares, they have utility. It's the Z and the S pieces that are gonna ruin you in some situations. I mean, it's a little different in Tetris 99, right? Like, you're just kind of going infinite most of the time. In regular Tetris, we'll just build a little on the garbage hole. You know, you just gotta learn, like, I think the algorithms and then work on your reaction time. And, you know, you're never gonna lose Tetris to the CPU, I think. You're only gonna lose to, you know, other Tetris meme lords. Okay, this is, like, very spicy already. We need to use a long piece. Underrated utility of the long piece. Getting out of a garbage hole without building on top of that garbage hole in the future. This is like a comical assortment of pieces. That might be the worst, like, long-term assortment of pieces I've ever seen. It was just like endless, like, square, Z, S. I'm happy we managed to get out of that somehow. Okay, okay. Saved, kind of. Saved, kind of. One of those, you got a place to drop that. You know what, we can do this temporarily and then get a nice little, like, pseudo combo. Always nice at the end of the combo when the square comes out. You're like, oh, or not the square, the long piece. Look at that, it's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. What Tetris Elo are you? It's a good question. I mean, if you consider that the best players in the world are, like, you know, let's say they're Magnus Carlsen level, in that, like, 28, 2900 range. Sure, let's do it. I don't know. I would consider, like, gotta be sitting at, like, maybe, like, 16, 17, 18, somewhere in there. I mean, we're winning games way over the expected win rate in Tetris 99. Now, if we were playing against, like, esports level players, I don't know. You know, we'd lose every game, presumably. If the system was working as intended. I think we need a long piece. We're about to have possibly the most disgusting use of a long piece you'll ever see. Like, nobody's gonna be happy about that one right there, but if it gets the job done and it gets you where you need to go, then we can be contented with it. Okay, this is Dopamine City. You promised the people a cup of coffee. It's time to deliver. I require another long piece, please. I require another 2 long pieces post-haste. Okay, we're gonna do it like that. We're gonna compromise. We're gonna do some compromising. There's gotta be a T-spin pattern there. I don't know, we just tried to do a corner spin. That's ambitious and also impossible. Making some very obvious mistakes here. I'm not even looking at the pieces that come next. There we go, that's T-spinnable. And then put me on KOs and get me out of there. That is not a T-spin, apparently. That's a T-spin mini, I guess? I don't know what the heck is going on there. It's alright. As long as you don't have aggression, like, the mistakes you make don't really matter. Immediately upon saying that, we have been hit with some kind of aggression. Pull yourself out of it. Pull yourself back onto attackers. Thought you were a different piece. Happens now and then. Happens now and then. We want this over here. Okay, this is the start of us getting out of this little nightmare too. Good start. Good start. Take them down. Don't build on the garbage hole, so you know what? Use a long piece. Taking it all the way down to the bottom. And we're going to accept. That's another little compromise there. Long piece here goes a long way. We are definitely building on the garbage hole. Not afraid. As long as we got it 2 wide, I'm not afraid. Okay, it's certainly, without a doubt, we are going up against somebody who is, they want us dead, and they got some badges. All we can do is try to maybe bleed that aggression off, and then say, you know what, we'll be back for you later. Like maybe right now. All the way, please. Thank you. That's very nice. Would I say essential? I would say the word essential had crossed my lips. I don't know what I've done. There you go. Long piece. Slight savior. This is okay. Just don't panic. Because you got a great little situation brewing here. You got it. Still a decent situation. It's got to get all the way over, please. There you go. Heavily spiced. No, no, no! There was nothing I could do, dude. In so many ways, it was probably a controller issue. Definitely not a pepcac issue. 12th. That's our best game so far, too. That's embarrassing, man. 12th? Here they come. You got 5th last game? That one doesn't count. That was resin. We used too many long pieces. I'm telling you, we got a lot of people, logging into Tetris 99 for the first time in a while. I'm not going to say that I revitalized the interest in this game yet again. All I'm saying is, Twitch rivals win. This is one, you just gotta eat it on this one. You made some terrible plays. Rebuild yourself in the style of a too-tall. Like, you can't tell me that this is not targeted aggression. But if you want it, you know what, dude, I just realized, you know, I think rage is a very powerful motivator. I was like, why am I not doing so well in Tetris? And then I realized, like, I'm not upset. Sometimes, like, there's very few motivators that power you like spite. I'm a firm believer, regardless of the, like, unhealthiness of it, I'm a firm believer in the power of both spite and shame. Okay, oh, what the heck happened there? We made a terrible mistake. Not gonna get to place another one, am I? We're toasted. Dude, that was... Something's not right about that. So I'm just saying, something's not right about that. Ten people targeting you at the start of the game? Stream Sniper Discord. NL's logging on. Hold on, you gotta get... Here's the meme, okay? You gotta get... the picture of the Matrix... Where the kid who made the woman in the red dress... opens up the door because Neo's like, he's gonna make the jump. You know? If you get that one... And then post it and go, hey, NL's logging into Tetris 99. It'll work for you, I'm telling you. Okay, good, send it. Don't get too rattled. I meant what I said, though. People are always like, shame's a bad motivator. I don't know, man. I think that, like, that's why they exist, right? Like, some of the best things I've accomplished in my life, I think I've done because, you know, out of a great fear of public embarrassment. I think shame's underrated. Yeah, frustration is a big one. I mean, and spite is unbelievable. Like, spite is one of the most powerful motivators on Earth. That's where people get, like, you know... If you ever want to see someone in the best shape of their life, just wait, like, go... Leave them alone for, like, a couple of years, and then see how they look, like, a year after a breakup. They're gonna look like a Gymshark model. It's just, I don't know, it's like, it's just... There's something in the human brain that is, like, major life change, time to, like, you know, improve myself. It's the constant cycle of life, I think, is like... Hey, I have accomplished something. Now I can take my foot off the gas. Oh, I took my foot off the gas for too long. Now it's time to accomplish something. You know, it's that yin and the yang. Yeah, I guess that's true. Sometimes people do turn out even worse. The point is, they'll look different after the breakup. They'll either look like in the best shape they've ever been in their entire lives, or you're gonna be like, yikes, what happened? Oof. Oof, oof. Okay, we gotta go a little faster here. It's the swole or sag conundrum. Exactly. You either get swole or you get sag. I don't know. I always think back to the neighbor at like the place that we moved out of. How he was like a super polite neighbor when he was in a relationship, and then like he and his girlfriend, I guess they broke up, and he just became like the worst neighbor of all time. They were throwing parties like not on normal party days. Let's just put it that way. It would be like a random Thursday, and it would, you know, it'd be 4 a.m. and you'd knock on his door, and they'd be like, "Oh, can you hear that?" You're like, "Yeah, I can." And also, like, oh, that's no good. Yeah, Thursday's college party day. This guy was like in his late 30s. Certainly not in college. So nobody cares if you party. Like, nobody gives you a noise complaint because they're like jealous. They're just like, just be quieter. You don't even have to. I don't care if you're loud as long as I can't hear it. I got real stuff going on in my own life. I'm not concerned like, oh, somebody's having fun. It's more like I'm trying to sleep. And then even for me, it's less like I'm trying to sleep and more like, you know, my wife's annoyed by what you're doing, so now you're making my life harder. So, like, just knock it off, dummy. Anyway, he was like even worse because like after his breakup, he started like playing basketball inside, and we lived in like 600 square foot apartments with hardwood floors. So like we were the neighbor across the hallway and we were complaining about it. I can't even imagine, oh, that's a big one, what it must have sounded like if you were the neighbor on like the floor below. I'm surprised that he's still alive, honestly. You just see, you know, he got real ignorant, let's put it that way. Dude, the number of times in my life I've heard like, oh, you guys can hear that? Oh, is it too noisy? Look, you got your subwoofer, you've overclocked your subwoofer. What do you mean, is it too noisy? Can't you just, I mean, I feel like, maybe this is like a little back in my day, which is weird because we're in the same generation, right? But I feel like back in my day, when you got a noise complaint, you just kind of took it on the chin. You're like, okay, you got us. We're loud. And then you would come up with like ridiculous statements later to try to justify why it wasn't your fault. Well, they shouldn't live in this area if they don't want to experience noise. You know, when you think the world revolves around you, you come up with nonsense like that. It was a good spin, thank you. It was a good spin, thank you. Put me on attackers. I'm feeling fat and sassy. Put me on KOs. They're cowards. Cowards confirmed. But like the number of neighbors that we had where when you hit them with the noise complaint is like they were offended that you thought that their noise was an inconvenience. You're like, yeah, you know? What do you think? What do you think's gonna happen? People are gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry to bother you, but you're making a lot of noise at 5 a.m. on a Wednesday. Eight KOs. Now we're talking. See, I told you rage is a powerful motivator. Just thinking about it again got me going like, oh, you freaking scumbag, son of a... You're not an intellectual. Oh, that's the good stuff right there. That's the good stuff. Don't tell me it's boomer energy, man. Because, like, you know what's... You can't have it both ways with the hey boomer talk, okay? If boomers are, you know, unaware, you know, they have no self-awareness, then it is boomer energy to be mad if somebody noise complaints you. Zoomer energy should be like, you know, recognizing, especially right now, that people are having like a tough time. So endeavoring not to be like a social blight for no reason, just by making noise because you want to listen to music like kind of loudly. Oh, by the way, radio silence? I have to do it. Acceptable. I see we have a badge lord. Penn Badgley. Well done. Well done. You got me. That's a good player. That's a good player right there. It was a well-played game. I think we got beat by somebody who's just better. Level 43 prestige that's a lot of work.